1991, Oscar-winning producer Julia Phillips published her tell-all memoir entitled You'll Never Eat Lunch in This Town Again. The title refers to Julia's period of professional exile, which she endured after going from hotshot producer to cocaine addict. In Hollywood, the term lunch is not about grabbing a bite to eat at some trendy bistro. Rather, having lunch is all about networking and hobnobbing with the Tinseltown power brokers as one pitches future projects. Thus, never eating lunch refers to someone who no longer has clout or power or professional relevance. And this was the fate Julia Phillips endured. Oh, sure. She was an A-list producer back in the 1970s thanks to such mega hits as The Sting, Taxi Driver, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind. But in the 80s, substance abuse and burning multiple bridges led to Julia Phillips going from A-lister to untouchable. Thus, she never ate lunch in that town again. Well, from Hollywood, California to Sarnia, Ontario, we have a Canadian political version of such a saga playing out. Namely, check out this poster for a luncheon scheduled for May 20th at the Swank Sarnia Riding Club featuring none other than MP Marilyn Gladu. Now, that's very interesting. Gladu is one of those 5 floor crossers that were wooed to cross the floor by the Carney Liberals. What she was offered or what she was threatened with remains a mystery, but Gladu is or was an uber conservative, as in a social conservative. That's what made her floor crossing so jaw-dropping. She ditched her values, and, well, apparently so did the Liberals in their obsessive quest to achieve an unearned majority government. Last month, cameraman Lincoln J. and I ventured out to Sarnia to see how Gladu's constituents felt about this utter betrayal. It wasn't pretty.
I think it's disgusting what she did.
I would like to know why she crossed.
Until last week, Marilyn Gladu was the most conservative. Now she's a Liberal. What happened?
She's got so many people very upset here.
I'd like my donations back.
Can she show her face in this town again?
Not a chance.
And you know, folks, as we left Sarnia for Toronto that day, I remember remarking to Lincoln that there's no way Gladu will ever have lunch in this town again. And I mean that figuratively and literally. So just imagine my surprise when I took delivery of that notification, a luncheon in Sarnia featuring none other than Marilyn Gladu. I mean, holy Last Supper, Batman. By the way, the first thing I noticed about the poster was the use of blue lettering and Marilyn donning a blue top. You see, ever since going Liberal, Marilyn has basically cleaned out the shelves at Winners for red haberdashery. In Ottawa, she really wants to drive home the message that she is now part of the big red machine. But when it comes to Sarnia, well, she's back to wearing blue. You know, it's kind of like that old Bob Hope line, isn't it? You know, when you're in New York, you give them the Big Apple stuff. When you're in Chicago, you give them the Windy City stuff. Pathetic. But seriously, who does Gladu think she's kidding? Because the answer is this: she's kidding nobody. You see, I called the Sarnia Riding Club to buy tickets for this luncheon. Here's how that conversation went.
So the Chamber's the one hosting that. We were just a venue, but they had to relocate. I had double booked the room on them.
Oh.
So I would just recommend calling the Chamber directly.
Anyone buying that, by the way, that the club double booked 2 events on the same day at the same time? Oh, give me a break. Nevertheless, I reached out to the Sarnia Chamber of Commerce for enlightenment. Uh-oh, the plot thickens.
Okay.
Marilyn ended up canceling it.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so we did end up putting a cancellation out about a week and a half ago.
Oh, I had no idea. I just
Yeah,
had the poster of the
from
event.
before, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, just so because I think at the poster I had, it said rescheduled. So it
Yeah.
that's not accurate then.
Not
So,
anymore. So we were initially supposed to have it the day she did her announcement. So she
okay.
canceled that day because she said she was busy.
Okay.
So, and then she rescheduled it for in May, and then she's since been really busy down in Parliament. So now she's just it may happen in the fall once things quiet down for her.
Oh, okay
Right?
then.
Yeah, she's been down in Ottawa a lot the
Oh,
last
I
little
see
bit.
then.
So.
So
Mhm.
but was that accurate that it was double
Yep.
booked at the writing club and
Yep.
oh,
They said
okay.
and it was funny because they reached out to me about 2 days before Marilyn canceled and
Okay.
said that they had double booked. So we were just in the midst of looking for a new location
Okay.
when Marilyn reached out and said that it's just too much and we just had to cancel the event.
I then reached out to Gladu's constituency office, which keeps hours that would make a banker blush, namely 9 a.m. until noon. Here's the voicemail message I received.
You have reached the constituency office of MP Marilyn Gladu for Sarnia, Lambton, Bethesda-Long. Due to safety concerns, we are currently closed to walk-in inquiries. Staff is here to assist you, so please leave a message.
And by the way, did you catch the part about the office now being closed for safety reasons? What safety reasons? A gas leak? A downed hydro wire? Bottom line, a Marilyn Gladu luncheon in Sarnia is about as likely to occur as a summertime blizzard in Dubai. It ain't gonna happen. She is persona non grata in her own writing. Oh, sure, Marilyn can don blue togs and she can pretend it's business as usual, but the good people of Sarnia, who overwhelmingly voted for her last year and canvassed for her and donated to her campaign, are justifiably livid that she stuck a knife in their collective backs. Alas, I'm so sorry, Miss Gladu. As Julia Phillips once opined in print, you'll never eat lunch in that town again. And not because of any substance abuse issues, rather, when it comes to the ethics and morals of Marilyn Gladu, well, to quote Romulan Senator Vreenak,
it's a fake.
oh man, the chutzpah of Marilyn Gladu. First, she betrays her constituents. Then she tries to come back into town for a little luncheon. I can see why it's not going well. Marilyn Gladu, you are a disgrace. And folks, if you feel as we do, please go to firegladu.com. That's firegladu.com. Let's send a message to floor crossers like Gladu that their behavior is unacceptable.